Greetings and welcome. I'm Psychic Medium Roberto, and I truly hope you're doing well. I'm guided by Spirit. Trigger warning: the subject matter is of a mature nature and deals with monumental events. Disclaimer: all cases are treated as alleged until proven in a court of law. So, following on the Helene and Milton first review episode, I'm going to have a look at, we're just going to go a bit deeper. But while I was looking to go deeper, the forecast is important as well, I believe. And prayers and thoughts to the people of Florida, all the affected areas. The devastation is widespread. And a lot of people are in trouble. We finished off here on the previous episode. All I've added was the background and two more things. The hidden earth we discussed in the first episode. I'll just put the name there. And then while yesterday meditating, I was actually going to release this yesterday or record it yesterday. But we had a royal hoax show, circus show going on, so I just had to do that quickly. 3811.2 speaks about exchange. So we need to go deeper on that. The 3 obviously brings around ET. 8, technology. But we're just going to hold that for now, please, because my concern is, while meditating during the sequence of events from Helene to Milton, I just want to also add, in the previous episode, I only mentioned South Carolina. It's North Carolina that also got completely devastated. Not to intentionally have left you out, but prayers and light out that way. The devastation is real. So Milton would affect Florida here, October 9, October 10. I just refreshed sequence of events because while meditating between the 2 events and during the event, the second event, my feeling was, unfortunately, I'm going to say it, hopefully it's sooner. My initial thought was 3 to 8 days, 3 to 8 days variance until things get back to some kind of normal. Which technically takes us up to that, based on that feeling I had, October 18. When we can get some kind of back to normal. It's the idea, right? However, I don't think it's going to be the case. I think it might be a bit longer, unfortunately. And when I was pulling out these dates, so here's October 13, beg your pardon. The 13-4, when you guys are waking up now, while I'm recording this, October 13, 1:30 p.m., let's call it. It's approaching 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. So it's approaching 8 a.m. as we speak now. Hopefully the app will be up within the next 2 hours. But 13-4, when people wake up, there could be further disconnections. We can see the day before, Saturday, there might have been more disconnections for whatever reason. A lot of gas stations were empty. JLR was on the road. At some stations, they were waiting 6 hours. 6 hours to get gas. And then there was a gentleman that had waited 3 hours. And as he got to the front, the gas ran out. So it's complete chaos out there. So now, what I picked up on an interview from the local police, he seems quite I don't know what level he is, But he kept on mentioning for people to stay calm. Now, of course, people have families to sort out, work, school, all these kind of things. No work, no pay. I've been there. I worked for an American company. It's people's real lives, right? So let's just start on Sunday. 31-4. I just did a little brush on the social media. From yesterday, there's more deaths being reported. But unfortunately, this 31-4, once things start receding and things become dug away, or we're gonna find missing people, unfortunately, that have passed. Unfortunately, it's almost gonna become visible. It will be open. They'll start to appear. Unfortunately, praise and light. So we've got disconnections happening when we're waking up this morning. Unfortunately, the 14-5 is still going to bring around difficulties. The 14-5, unfortunately, has the difficulties. This would be the opportunity, obviously, for communities to band together. I want to just see 22-4. I'm not liking the 13-4 at the end of the day. This 14-5 at the start confirms. So we're going to kind of have more disconnections at the end of Sunday, unfortunately. And the issue is this water. The issue is the water. Not just the water, but it's the water preventing proper functioning to happen, right? Let's say if there was no water, let's say if there was no standing water, things would be easier, right? So Monday, unfortunately, there's going to be difficulties through the night. Sunrise, those difficulties will still be going on, and here's where my concern begins. Because come Monday, people need to get to work. And unfortunately, and of course there are people that have to work on weekends as well. But come Monday, people need to get to work, and what we're seeing here, frustration and aggravation. High levels of aggravation. Please watch temperatures. Human temperatures can go very high on Monday during the day. The day, unfortunately, also ends with difficulties. So unfortunately, what's actually happening is it's like it's still getting bad before it gets better. Does that make sense? I know that's not what you want to hear if you're in Florida right now. Sorry. Those frustrations are going to carry through into Tuesday. And unfortunately, on October the 15th, we are seeing lots of sixes. Please keep your cool. In fact, I'm going to flag Tuesday. I did have impressions and images of people issues, people against people issues. Let's help each other rather, please. Let's focus on family and community because your neighbor's also going through the same thing. Banding together is going to help. There is going to be the potential here, the 32-5. I want to just see. This 32-5. I'm looking at it at a behavioral point of view as communities also breaking apart here. But is the community separating from authority figures is what I'm seeing, or is what I'm trying to see. It's not confirmed. But what I would just say is rather band together as neighbors and support each other. Because I mentioned in a post on the day that Milton, beg your pardon. we see this double 10 conflict here, which means that as much as authorities and so on want to get in, or whatever the delay is, they are also being halted by the 20 outcome 2. No excuses. I don't know the states at all, but I'm seeing conflicts here. Now the issue is when we get to Wednesday, is where we see these out of control 8s. This is not good. On one hand, it could mean more weather, winds. I heard from 2 different sources now, and it just pinged on me at the time, and we have it on the next day as well, that there may be some weather approaching again. We've got a whole portal sequence here as well, all the 8s. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But the potential is certainly there. We'll go deeper. But my concern, to be honest, is the human temperatures going up from Monday, escalates on Tuesday, unfortunately. And guys, let's just keep it cool. Everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's going through the same thing. Of course, people that have the power and will to get things moving need to make sure it gets moving quickly. Because, to wait a week to 9 days before life is back to normal, that's tough. What's bothering me here is this 3710-1. If we take it on a real situation, it could be authorities coming to clamp down on certain communities. It could bring around the order of, let's get these humans back in order. Tuesday is a hot pepper day, unfortunately. There's a lot of chili sauce on October 15. So let's just see if we can try to figure out what are the other delays. So October 16. I'm looking at it from a reflective point of view, which is talking about Sunday today. So it's showing a lot of 8s. Guys, keep the temperature down there. If you have to go outdoors, go outdoors. But if you don't need to, stay indoors if you're safe to do so. Just careful, there's heat in the air, definitely from Tuesday. Already, JLR was reporting out there yesterday, there were already scuffles going on. These are big operational numbers here. So this is why let's just check what October 20 would bring around. I hope it's sooner. In some ways it might be, but I hope it's sooner. But I would imagine by week after next, things would return back to normal, kind of thing. I'm seeing a lot of issues here. The Monday, there's going to be issues. Monday's going to be tough, guys. You're waking up to a 14.5, brings around issues. The day is going to be fraught with frustration. And when you get back, you're going to still deal with those issues. Do you know what I mean? If you can avoid Tuesday, keep your cool, drink lots of cold water. But avoid confrontations on Tuesday, please. We'll keep an eye on the weather report for the 16-17. But there's difficulties preventing things from happening. And part of it, and I would say part of the issue actually is these 8s, which speaks about communication, operational procedures. There's always going to be a funding issue, 10-1. Let's just jump back to the 2 slides here, Hurricane Helene and Milton. I want to explore the hidden 44. We can do that in a later episode. I believe there is a hidden earth. But I think let's be in the real, because the people out there at the moment, I think, are obviously dealing with real life issues at the moment. And I felt it necessary to get the forecast out for this week. I'll just keep an eye on the weather here. Wednesday, Thursday could bring around weather, wind. Let's hope not. I think Florida has dealt with enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a little bit cooler on this episode. Important that we just look ahead for the week in Florida, because, well, man, we don't want this to continue and get worse. But I believe it's going to get worse before it gets better. And please stay safe and stay alert. And please share your comments in the comment section. I do love engage with them. And I'll see you soon. Stay safe. Bye for now.